Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day number 20 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A 48-state, 4-year ride for addiction recovery awareness. Each day I pedal for someone who's passed away from addiction, and the whole end goal is to build a rehab. And this is state number 44, New Mexico, on Route 66, the Mother Road, Main Street, USA. And it's all to raise awareness that addiction recovery options are available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, here on the side of the highway, had a great night's sleep. Oh, it was so good. The coyotes were maybe a half a mile down just. Yep. I mean, like for hours last night. It was beautiful. A couple things. This morning, another zipper has failed on the Apidura bag. It will not zip. These things gave out. A zipper on the other side gave out. I do not recommend Apidura. However, I've never had a problem out of the kitty litter bucket panniers. So, you know, take that for what you want. There was highway traffic all night last night. I did not expect this road. This is the pre-1937 Route 66. It's not Route 66 anymore. When they made a straight shot into Albuquerque, they cut this part out. So it's like a 147-mile detour around the modern Route 66, which is I-40, I think, for that section. Yeah, so it was busy. But I slept well, knowing that balloon had, turned off right when I was putting my camp down. Like, I didn't worry about animals, I didn't worry about people, I didn't worry about anything. I slept hard. Like, it's 8:48. I think I slept till 7:45. Did not get the video up, so at 10 o'clock on the dot, my phone service went from like 2 bars of 4G regular to 1 bar of 4G roaming. I don't know why, I don't know how that works. But that's what happened. I got up, stood around, did all kinds of things. This morning I was able to just get enough service to get on Facebook and check on my friends in Fort Myers, and everyone so far seems to be doing okay. I'm still waiting to hear from 2 different people. I love that God is continuing to do a healing process in my heart, especially with that Good Samaritan message. That was for me. That's the stuff that I learned from people that have hurt me, I've experienced. That wasn't to anyone else. That was really just what God's shown me on how to take the stinging stuff when people leave, when people, like when my grandfather died, all kinds of different situations. Just found myself in a little bit of a pit of worry where I was like, everybody always leaves. Why does everybody always leave? And yeah, it just... God had to really use some deep application of the stinging stuff to help heal me, and it has. It's been incredible. It's healed me. I've been able to have conversations with Christy that I haven't had, I don't think, ever. It's been good. It's been really good. So I'm super thankful for that. But I continue to meditate on that and think about all the places where God is using the stinging stuff for me. Hurts when people leave, Anyway, gonna get on the road. I've got 40 miles to the first anything, Santa Rosa. It's gonna be just more of this, more nothingness to the interstate, and then nothingness on the interstate for 20 miles. And then Santa Rosa will have lunch, and possibly even like a break during the day and dinner, and then I'm going to go just outside of town to Cuervo. When I was looking it up on the Bicycle Route Navigator map, I was trying to find, where does God want me to be tonight? I don't want to stay in Santa Rosa. I don't want to pay any money. What'll be a comfortable place to camp? And I just went from Tucumcari to each different city, and when I got to Cuervo, it came up with 44.4 miles. So since this is state number 44, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll out of Santa Rosa with enough time for it not to be stiflingly hot, and yeah, put the tent up, sleep one more night, and get into Tucumcari hopefully earlier on in the afternoon tomorrow. I'd like to be there by 3. So yeah, I'm gonna get on the road. It is hotter, much hotter. I'm still a mile up, but it's nowhere near as cool as it was at 7,000 feet as it is at 5,500. But yeah, getting used to the air and all those kind of good things and the heat. And I'm gonna get on the road, and you'll see more of that right about now. All right, hold the phone. I'm not quite so sure about this one. I thought I saw one the other day. Now I'm absolutely sure that I did see one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a tarantula. He was running across the road earlier. Oh, don't get mad at me, little fella. Look at this guy. Oh, he said, no, thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Phone Screen. He's coming for you. Donut. 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 That's the coolest thing I've seen. I wanted to see some on Coast to Coast. They told me that there was a tarantula migration, and I was hoping that I would see some, but that's so cool. Oh man, that's amazing. I love God's creation. I think I saw a roadrunner yesterday too. I wasn't able to get it on film. It was just like scooting through the dirt. Yeah, I couldn't make up my mind on whether it was like a rodent type thing running or a bird, but I promise it looked like a bird. But that's definitely a tarantula. That's top of the list. That's top of the list. I'm loving Route 66. Luckily, he made it across the road. Bye, little fella. They should consider changing that to a giant spider. Alright, so I was just riding down the road and I met Mark and James, and they are riding for Adam. Tell them about it, guys.
Well, Adam was my son. We lost him to cancer 4 years ago. He had cancer twice in his life, and so we set about raising money for cancer research in the UK. We're from the UK, and on this trip we're riding for the American Association for Cancer Research because we know that research saves lives, and we call ourselves Riding for Adam. Obviously it's for my son in memory of him, but Adam is also a generic term for humanity. So whatever happens with research benefits everybody sort of universally. So, you know, we're meeting everybody that's got a story with cancer, and that's why we do it. And yeah, so there we are. If you want to support us, I know, you know, aacr.org/Riding for Adam. I'll give you some information, but or ridingforadam.com. That's another place.
Fantastic, and I'll put that link down in the description of this video so that you guys can go click on it and go help support Riding for Adam.
Thanks.
And these wonderful men right here.
Yeah.
Our prayers and our heart go out to
Yeah,
you.
thanks very much. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, so we were just standing here continuing to talk, and James was telling me about a prayer that Adam had about his healing. Why don't you tell him about it?
Yeah, this was about 3 or 4 days before he sort of passed away. He was with us. We were with a family, and he kind of gathered us. We were gathered as a family, and he was wanting to sort of share some things with us. And he was telling us. He said, you know, physically I'm done in. He says I've got no strength left. He said, and all I'm wanting is for God to either come and heal me, or just take me home. He says, but I want you to do one thing as a family. Is you keep God in the center, not because you're better than anybody else, you know, it stands you apart in that way, but because that's what's kept you together, and that's what's kept us together as a family, was that God has been in the center of all things, you know, in our prayers and our worships and in everything. And so that's what I want you to do. And number 2 was no anger. You know, this isn't God's fault. I don't want you to be angry. and what you need to do is just to make sure that you do that. And it wasn't like do this or else. It was a genuine way that he approached life. God in the center. Jesus is everything. And as one of the things I say a lot whenever I get a chance to talk about it is Jesus is everything or he's nothing. And that's how Adam lived. And encourage you to just embrace that as well and just sort of experience that same kind of peace. And when he finally came to his last moments, surrounded by family, we were with him and were able to sort of pray with him and release him. And as the prayer of Simeon goes, "O Lord, now dismiss your servant in peace." And he entered into resurrection in the fullness of life. And that was my Adam.
So good. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Pleasure.
Yeah, God bless. Okay, I usually don't put roadkill in the videos, but I believe this is a Roadrunner. I thought I saw one yesterday. I really do. Crazy. Alright, so I just stopped here at the Pilot. They've got a little bit of everything. PJ Fresh, Cinnabon, Auntie Annie's Pretzels, all the stuff. It's like a whole grocery store, gas station, travel stop thing. And I used their Wi-Fi. Like, I downloaded their premium Wi-Fi, which ended up being like $3.99 for 4 hours. And it only took 8 minutes for yesterday's YouTube video to get uploaded. So, hallelujah. I am so glad to be done with that. Also updated Facebook and Instagram and all the things. Interesting, here in Santa Rosa, when I rolled into town, it was like, downhill into town, and there was a thing called the Blue Hole, and I had just come down through like a lot of wind. It was really windy, and I wanted to go, and I almost felt like God was just saying, nope, not today. Like, this is not something you need to go to right now. And y'all know how much I like swimming. I just did not know what to do. Like, I was like, but I've seen this on my radar for so long, and I'm here. I'm a half a mile away. But I could see a huge hill I had to climb, and I was hungry. I hadn't eaten for the first 40 miles today, other than Pop-Tarts and a couple of packets of oatmeal. And so I was like, okay. So I just started climbing the hill, and there was this advertisement for a Santa Fe restaurant, and they were closed. So I had to go to McDonald's. So I went to McDonald's, and they let me charge my phone with like an extension cord and my AirPods, and got everything fixed up. And I ate a hamburger and some French fries and a McFlurry, and then left. And when I stepped out, a guy yelled from across the parking lot and was like, "Hey, I love your beard." And so we got to talking. His name's Mike. He's from Lake Charles, Louisiana. He's out like working, doing a moving type thing. He says, "Man, I want to give you something." He takes out a $5 bill out of his pocket, and he goes, "Oh, no, that's not it. That's not it." And hands me a $100 bill. Like, he pulled it out of a lot of $100 bills. But still, it was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Goodness gracious. It's crazy that I could have been swimming and totally missed that appointment. Now, there are a bunch of hotels here in town. I could, just go and stay and do the things. But I feel like God's putting it on my heart to just keep moving. I got to do this like one of those Joseph scenarios. Save up the 7 years of corn for the 7 years of famine. I hope there's not 7 years of famine coming up for Redeeming Eden. But yeah, I know I'm not supposed to spend this on a hotel here. As much as it would be nice to be comfortable and take a shower and all those kind of things, with having Wi-Fi here and getting everything fixed up and done, I'm just gonna get on the road. I got a lot of climbs, I got a lot of stuff going on ahead, and it's gonna be like 60 miles from here to Tucumcari, and I wanna be there by 3 tomorrow. I wanna be in town by 3. So with all that being said, it's 4:19. I don't have to go fast at all for the rest of the day. Any mile that I knock off from here is a bonus for, you know, what I won't have to ride in the morning. So I'm just gonna take it easy. My you know, average speed's gonna come down, all those kind of things. I'm literally just gonna pedal my bike like I'm pedaling around the neighborhood. No standing up on the pedals, no, you know, nothing. I'm just gonna ride until it gets dark enough to stop somewhere in the desert, between the mountains and the Great Plains. So anyway, yeah, really just totally interesting stop in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, state number 44. Like, just it was too cool. Too cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get on the road and you'll see more of that right about now. Well, as the cotton candy and orange and blue and pink skies and sunset bless the end of this day, it was a really good one. Like, today was a really good day. I cut out a lot of the things in the video because of the talking parts of James. I wanted to add that, so I mean, you didn't really miss much. There's really nothing out here but just kind of prairie land and hills and interstate riding. That's pretty much all it was today till I got to this Cuervo Road. And they're in Santa Rosa. Like, that was cool. But when I got on this Cuervo Road, there was no one on it. One car has passed at this stop right here, which is also a train crossing. I'm actually on a train, like, that's the track. I'm that close. And if that's the crossing, then he's gonna be blowing his horn right here. But I mean, that's one of the things you gotta, you know, account for whenever you're just trying to find a place to stealth camp on the side of the road. But I changed the person that I'm riding for today. I rarely ever do that to Adam when I met James and Mark and Ian earlier. And the reason I did that is because the day started off with me already kind of pondering healing. And you know, when I had kind of ended the last ride and was thinking about my dad, thinking about all kinds of other things, I was really just thinking about people that are still alive that choose to just no longer communicate with you. How? Why? Like, what goes through someone's mind where they're like, nah, you know, like, especially when it's a close relationship, like a, you know, father-son relationship. But I also was thinking about, you know, and for the last few years I've been thinking about every day, you know, I've now pedaled for 380 different people who've passed away from addiction. And so that's always heavy on my heart. I mean, if you do something long enough, if you pray every day long enough for a different person and their family and their friends that have passed away from addiction, it starts to just be really heavy. And it's a burden I don't mind carrying for you. But, you know, I was thinking about loss like that also, and also thinking of the people that I've lost in life, like my grandfather, who was monumental. And I didn't say my dad this morning when I was talking about the healing process. I said my grandfather, and he died of cancer. And so when I came up on riding for Adam, and I didn't tell him anything about how I had started my day. I didn't talk to him about healing. He led the conversation. And so, like, after I just did the normal intro and we got to talking, we talked for 15, 20 minutes on the side of the road. I said, would you mind telling, the YouTube viewers for Redeeming Eden about healing, about what your son said about healing? And there were so many parts of it that were just so beautiful because he passed at 21, but he was able to say, don't be angry at my loss. Like, that's so above what I'm able to understand. And James doesn't understand it either, but he understands that it's the love of God, that was in Adam whenever he was saying those words. And so he believed it. Adam believed it wholeheartedly. As a matter of fact, he said something about that Adam had said a few days before he died, like, I realize what it means to live as Christ and to die as gain. And he was excited. And so James was able to just talk really off the cuff about this beautiful relationship that he had with his son, and beautiful relationship that his son had with God. And James is a believer too. So is Mark. So is Ian. Like, no shadow of a doubt about that. But still, I love that they've taken the sting, right, the stinging parts, and they've used it to heal other people. They're using it to help heal cancer and to help, benefit cancer research. And that's my encouragement to you. Don't be angry, especially at the people that are still alive, that are, for some other reason or not in communication, because you never really know what's going on in their life. And for those that have passed away, especially those that are saved, we know that, salvation takes away the sting of death. And that's something I hadn't even put together when I was thinking about the stinging stuff, is that death stings for us, but knowing Jesus takes away the sting. Like, it's too much for me to be able to comprehend, it's wild. But for him to talk about healing the way that he did, like, immediately God was like, ride for Adam today. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I did. But yeah, just absolutely beautiful day. Don't be angry. Like, you either have, don't make any like absolutions with these family members that are doing drugs and, saying just get out of my life forever. They're confused. Like, they don't know, or else they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, right? So don't be, don't make any absolutions, and don't be angry. You've either got time or you've got Jesus. Like, that's the one thing I've had to learn, and that's, essentially what to live as Christ and to die as gain is all about. We've either got time or we've got Jesus. Either way, without absolution, without anger, there is life, and life more abundantly. So, as the skies it's way brighter on this screen than it is over here. It is like, let me see if I can change the exposure to what it really looks like. Yeah, that's what I'm actually seeing right now. But yeah, as the sun sets on an absolutely beautiful day of reflection on healing, I'm going to end the video here. If you know anyone who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the pop-up link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. That pop-up link has all the Redeeming Eden social, all the ways that you can donate, and the International Gospel Outreach nonprofit link. And thank you so much, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew, every one of you that's liking every video, commenting on every video, sharing every video, and those of you that are subscribed to the YouTube channel. My heart goes out to you. This wouldn't be possible. State 44 wouldn't be possible without your love, your support, and your prayers, and I know that you're praying for me, and thank you. So yeah, from here on the side of the road, off Cuervo Road, somewhere on a railroad track in the middle of state number 44, New Mexico, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night. One other super cool thing, between the tarantula and meeting James and Mark earlier, I found a gold necklace and gold bracelet. The only thing I've ever found bike touring was a $20 bill in Washington State, climbing up a really big pass out of Nescoin, I think was where I was. That's pretty cool.